Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Mike from Chili Pepper Madness. That's chilipeppermadness.com. Today we're actually cooking with the Moruga Scorpion. The Moruga Scorpion is one crazy hot, super hot chili pepper. This one basically tops the scales. It has actually a big range of heat, but even at its lowest range, it's very, very hot. But it can top 2 million Scovilles. That's crazy hot. I mean, if you get the hottest one of these Morugas around, holy cow, bam, it's like just gonna smack you in the face. It's gonna, just major heat. But I was eating some of these. These aren't at the the total hottest end of their own scale, but they're definitely hot. So all I did was just dab a little bit on my tongue, and I was like, whoa, man. So, but you guys, I know you guys are crazy chili heads. You guys like it really hot. But what I'm going to do today is make a homemade Sriracha sauce. And just like we like everything hot, I'm going to use a Moruga, and I'm going to cook that into the homemade Sriracha sauce and show you how to make it. And then I'm going to actually go ahead and after that I'm going to use the Sriracha sauce to make my own special dipping sauce for, you can use it for pretty much anything, but I'm just going to serve it up with some grilled shrimp. I got the shrimp over there just marinating in some oil and some ginger and some garlic and salt. But the good thing about a homemade Sriracha sauce, so you guys know Sriracha sauce, this kind of stuff. I buy this sometimes for ease, just splash it onto whatever you want. But it's just a typical, just a sweet garlic sauce. Sweet garlic chili sauce, and it's definitely good stuff. I think it goes good actually in other foods to make my own type of dipping sauces and other types of sauces or marinades. Which is why I have it around. But if you got fresh chili peppers, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make it yourself. So you're probably going to wind up making this at home as much as you want to. I've got some that I made a couple days ago because it's kind of nice to let it sit and let the flavors kind of mingle and mellow out just a little bit in the refrigerator. So I'll get a close up of this to show you how it looks, a little bit different consistent wise from the Sriracha sauce, but it definitely looks fresher. And isn't it kind of nice to know what you're putting into your food, so you're eating fresh stuff all the time? Especially when you can put in a Moruga Scorpion, man, and get like a blast of heat. So that's what I'm looking forward to. So let me get a quick close up of this, close up of these guys, and then I'll show you how to make your own Sriracha sauce. All right, here's a close up of my already made Sriracha sauce, homemade with some. I got one Moruga in there, and it's spicy. But good stuff. And shout out to Jim Duffy over at superhotchilies.com for sending me these bad boys. Look at those. You want to check him out if you want to get your own peppers, and check me out if you want to learn how to cook with them. All right, be right back. All right, guys, making your own Sriracha sauce at home is actually pretty easy. There are, obviously different ways to make it, and once you kind of learn how to do the basics, and you can pretty much vary it up as you need to and to your own preferences. The best way to do it is with Thai peppers because it's a Thai sauce originated in Thailand. But you can use red jalapeno peppers, which actually what I'm using today because I grew a ton this year. And I love jalapeno peppers. JalapeñoMadness.com, hello. So anyway, I got about a cup or a little bit less than a cup actually of some red jalapeno peppers that I got chopped up. I've got 4 good pieces of garlic right here. I got some big ones because I like mine to be very garlicky, and these are fresh. I've got about a teaspoon of salt. I got two teaspoons here, a little bit more than 2 teaspoons of sugar, and it's really to your preference if you want it sweeter or not. And the same with the salt. You can salt it up kind of as much as you want, but I don't like to put too much in because it'll start to get too salty, obviously. And then I'm using my my Moruga for the heat. For the heat and a little bit extra flavor. I'm only going to use one of these guys. But if you guys feel like getting adventurous, go for it, man. But just be warned, it's hot stuff. So, all right, got my food processor right here. I'm just gonna pop in my jalapenos and white vinegar. I got white wine vinegar here. It's good. White vinegar is fine. You can use 1 to 2 tablespoons there. Just gonna toss my garlic right in. Let me process it up. All right, let me get in my salt here. Add in my sugar. I'm only doing about half here. And I'm going to use a little more vinegar because my consistency in there. Just a little bit more. You want it to be a bit liquidy. And make sure you really process it up, as get it as smooth as you can, because we are going to strain it, and I'll show you that. Yeah, don't forget your Moruga. So obviously, if cutting up chili peppers burns your skin, you should be wearing gloves. It only gets me on occasion, like when I'm dehydrating peppers. Alright, keep it processing. Let's get it nice and smooth. Alright, here's what we look like in the food processor. You can definitely, get it more processed if you want to, but we're going to go ahead and strain a little bit, about half of the pulp out, and then I'm going to cook it up and let it reduce. So, alright, here we go. Alright, I'm just going to give it a small taste here. It's almost like a salsa right now. Just a little bit, honestly. Oh yeah, ooh, got the heat. Flavor's good. Ooh, yeah, oh, that's hot. I don't think it needs any more sugar, but definitely, kind of go by your taste if you want more salt, more sugar. So, next thing I'm going to do here is, I'm just going to strain out about half of the pulp. I'm going to wind up cooking it then, so just let it sit there. Always making a mess in the kitchen. If you have too much pulp, it just plays with the consistency of it. If you look at real sriracha, I mean they process the heck out of that stuff. It's almost like a paste, like a ketchup. And if you keep processing it down that way, you'll definitely get it you'll get it to that consistency if you want to. But I like mine just a little bit chunky, which to me is more fresh and more homemade. But I don't want it to be too pulpy. And you'll notice right after you strain it, the first time here, it's pretty much all liquid. It's just a liquid right now. But with some of the pulp, I'm going to go ahead and cook it, simmer it, let it reduce. And then we're going to have our sriracha, a real spicy sriracha. So I just did a little bit more than half of the pulp. Just going to mix it up here. And already it looks getting close to my other one that I made. I'll show what they look like together, side by side. Alright, let's cook this up. Okay, here's my already made sriracha on the left, and my uncooked sriracha right here on the right. And yeah, you can see the consistency differences, but once I cook it, it'll be close. It'll be close. It's going to be a little different every time you make it. Alright guys, I got my pan heated up here to about medium heat. I just brought my sriracha to a boil, and I'm going to reduce, just mix it up a little bit, reduce the heat, and let it reduce to a nice consistency. Alright guys, here are two homemade sriracha sauces, and you can actually see the difference in how they look. This one I left a little bit more liquidy. Kind of did that on purpose actually. And this one I reduced it down even more. And you can even see just a slight color variation. That's really just from the types of peppers that I use. Some were just a little bit more red than others. So you'll notice variations when you're cooking with peppers. But these look good. All right. Oh, you can show the consistency here. This one's a bit thicker, and you can strain it more if you need to. Process it more. This one I actually threw in the processor for another minute or two to get it, way more consistent the way I like it. All right, let's give it a taste. All right, guys. I already showed you kind of the difference in how they look, but same ingredients. Just depends on how much you cook them down, how much you process them. If you want to strain them again, you can strain them. But the whole point is to get them to the consistency that you really want to get. This one's nice and thicker, so Best case scenario is you pop it into a container, seal it, glass jar is good, or Tupperware is fine. Throw it into your fridge and let it sit there and let the flavors mingle and mellow out for a little bit. For a couple days is nice. This one I made a couple days ago. But, you know, you can still kind of test it out and get that taste. All right. Oh, yeah. Got heat. You know what, though? It's not murderously hot. You know, kind of cooked down a little bit. As it sits, it will mellow and, you know, the heat will dissipate just a little bit. But, you know, I mean, you'll still get plenty of heat. I can feel it in the back of my throat, but Morugas are definitely at the upper end of the scale, that's for sure. I mean, they're the hottest one around, but they do have a big range. So I think this one's probably not, you know, the total mega killer range. It's just the regular killer range. So good level for me, though, good level. But what I did also want to do is, you know, a lot of times I don't want to just dump sriracha on stuff. I mean, you could, it's great, but I like to make just a simple dipping sauce for grilled shrimp. And I'm going to go ahead and make the sauce. I'm going to just let it refrigerate for maybe a couple minutes while I grill up my shrimp. So, but it's real easy. I've got some mayo. This is about a half a cup of mayo. And I'm going to use a tablespoon and a half or so of my sriracha. I've got some fresh basil. I grabbed it off my plant. I grabbed maybe about 6 or 7 basil leaves. They're been finely chopped up. Got some sugar. I got a teaspoon of sugar here. And I've got some a little bit more of my vinegar, about a teaspoon vinegar. And fish sauce. I'm going to do about a teaspoon of fish sauce. Woo. All right. Just going to mix this baby up. If you want, you can process it, but just get it nice and mixed up with your spoon. Dipping sauces are great because you can like prepare them up ahead of time, throw them in the fridge. Just kind of let them sit there until you're ready. You know, you have like guests over at a dinner party, got a cool appetizer, and like, oh, what's that dip? What's that dip? You got like 10 of them sitting there. And they're really easy to make, you know. Gotta have fresh basil around too. Alright, I'll get a close-up of this baby too, after I give it a small taste. Looks good. Yeah, I love the mayo. It's got a good tang to it, so very good. It's going to be great with shrimp. All right, let's get a close-up of that. All right, there's my sriracha mayo dipping sauce. Going to get it ready for my grilled shrimp. All right, let me go grill the shrimp, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, got my grilled shrimp ready. Grilled shrimp's always great, super easy to make. And I got my own little dipping sauce here. Just going to dip it right in. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, I love the tanginess. I mean, this whole this dipping sauce itself is meant to be tangy, and it's good. It's got a bit of heat too, obviously from your sriracha, and you can add more sriracha in there if you want to. But all right. I mean, hey, this is nice when you get a good heat blast like that. Awesome. So hey, tonight homemade sriracha sauce made with Moruga Scorpion. Really awesome stuff. I just want to shout out again to Jim Duffy over at superhotchilies.com. Thanks a lot, Jim. I really appreciate sending me all the peppers. These are amazing. I love them, love them, love them. Yeah, I hope you guys like it. Homemade sriracha, homemade dipping sauce. This is Mike from Chili Pepper Madness. That's chilipeppermadness.com. Come on by the website. I'm happy to interact. Just shoot me some questions. Check out the recipes. Check out my cookbooks. Hope you like them. Reviews are always good. And check me out on Facebook too. That's facebook.com/chilipeppermadness or /jalapeno madness. And all right, I hope you guys like the recipes, and you know, check it out. Go ahead. It's always great hanging with you guys. All right, talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye.